Good morning. This is the 19th of January, 2025, and welcome to the introductory video of Coffee and Tea with OMG. Oh, you're wiggling yours. So we've already uploaded some content of Coffee and Tea with OMG that we did on TikTok and just also uploaded it to here. But now this is the introductory one where we are telling you a little bit about ourselves because there is no more TikTok right now. That may come back. And we are figuring this whole thing out. I have been doing solo content on TikTok for several years, and now we are transitioning and adding some things. So that's why it's titled My Puppet Players, as kind of a warehouse of different types of content on here. So we will get the hang of having thumbnails and titling things so you will better be able to find out what it is you're looking at and what you want to look at. So this content of Coffee and Tea with OMG is myself and my husband.
Hello.
So welcome. And you may wonder, why are we just seeing his shoulder here?
Because that's the way it is.
It's because you are wanting to stay in the shadows?
Yes, I'm in the shadows. I'm on the sidelines. I'm the player to be named later.
The player to be named later, like maybe someday?
Someday.
Okay, so that will kind of tease everybody. Will we see him someday? Will we not? We're trying to give him some anonymity because he is not used to being in the public eye. I'm a theater actress. I am retired. I'm a mom, a wife, mother, grandmother, retired. And yes, I did do puppets at one time, but I also do regular theater. And I am used to speaking, so he is not. And he has been awesome. He gives the best insight, facts, behind the scenes stories. You're a great storyteller. What did you call yourself? You're the color commentator.
I'm the color commentator.
So,
Yes.
and he is. He's just amazing. And we wanted to bring that, aspect on here and also give a little lighter, different version of what I do in my regular solo content of news, of deep dives, of current events, and so on. So it's going to be a little bit of everything. And please be patient with us. And I know that if I just zip it, he will talk more. So believe me, I get that, right?
Maybe, or it could just be a long buzz.
And again, I am so proud of you because you have really done a great job of quickly trying to figure out something that is not in your comfort zone.
He is not.
So, but a little bit about us. We have been together 10 years.
Yeah, 10 years.
And married
7.
Wow, we've got an anniversary coming up in a couple of weeks. And so we've got Boomer Gen X here.
Sure.
That we are here to say that third time's the charm.
Sure.
And it's never too late in life.
Right.
And we come from very opposite worlds. You are a registered Republican. I'm a registered Democrat.
Yep.
However, after 2016, you no longer vote Republican, do you?
Well, no. I mean, last time I voted Republican, which was when Marco Rubio first ran for office as a senator, he just had some really fresh ideas, young. I was really impressed with his mannerisms. And as time went on, he sort of lost his soul and
spine.
Yeah, and he just became somebody who forgot why they are in office.
Yeah.
So it's kind of pushed me away from that.
They've all forgotten that they are actually employees of us.
Right.
In theory, in a democratic type of country, it is supposed to be that they are elected by the people, they work for us. And that doesn't seem to be the case anymore. But anyway, so warning to everybody, being completely transparent up front, we are definitely liberal and left-leaning. However, I always try to make sure I'm giving correct information, and I do not want to put out any misinformation, and I am as honest and transparent as I can be. And if something happens that's incorrect, I will come out and correct it. So that's something that my followers on TikTok know about me.
Right.
And you are a Navy brat, right?
Yes. Yeah. My father was Navy. He was Air Navy, not on board ship for 20-some years. I was actually born in Memphis at an Air Force base. Both my brothers were born in Hawaii.
Wow.
At a naval air station. My sister was born in Jacksonville at another naval air station. So whenever it was time to have a baby, we had to go to the nearest naval air station.
Yeah.
So it was quite a trip. So
yeah. And then as you moved around, basically when you graduated, you end up being kind of a California boy. Is that right?
Yeah, well, he finally retired when we had moved to California. We pretty much moved so many times. We finally settled there. I mean, then we moved again, and then we finally settled in Cupertino.
Yeah.
Right. Started high school and finished high school. So it was the only time I ever started and finished a school.
Wow,
ever.
that's hard. And then when he moved here to Central Florida, we are in the Central Florida area on the East Coast side. He came here at like 1920, something like that.
19.
Yeah, and he's been here ever since. And I remember you said in this house you've been here like over 30-ish years.
38 years.
Yeah, and you were like, I'm going to be buried here. I am never going to move again.
No, I spent my childhood in the backseat of a car. So
Ouch.
we moved so much.
Yeah. And whereas my background, I was born and raised in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and very different climate. And as I will tell more about later, but I've shared on TikTok, my dad was a B-17 bomber pilot, and he was shot down in World War II over Germany on a mission there. And he was captured and held as a prisoner of war in a Stalag, escaped twice, and eventually was hid by Germans there, and was able to make it back to the States. And so definitely both of us have that background as far as military families.
Yep.
And I didn't move around, so I was in Minneapolis that whole time. But I got married very, very young. And so I did live in different parts of the country and ended up down here in Florida. Both of us are parents. He's got one son. I have 3 children. And very exciting news, at least for us, my 5th grandchild is going to be born by cesarean in just a few hours in Australia. So, yeah, we've got some interesting things in our life, and we are so excited about that. So we do have 3 investigative reporters that help us, particularly in those investigative deep dives, and they are furry types. So we have Dracula, the littlest one. He's a Chihuahua. We have Harry, a Shih Tzu, who basically, it's all about looks for him. There's not a lot in that department.
He's cute.
He's cute, but that's about it. And then we have Benji. He's the senior citizen. He is the leader of the trio there, and the sweetest dog on the planet. So that is our team here of experts. And the OMG comes from the initials of our first names. His is an M, mine's a G. And I guess, I don't know, we thought it was funny when we met that we called ourselves OMG, and we named our boat. We love to fish, so we have a boat.
Yep.
And so most of our content will be in the mornings during the week, most likely. And we'll have a little coffee and tea with you all, discuss what's going on. And then, so you don't always get bored with this background, there will be times that we're going to take this show on the road.
Yeah.
And so we might film from the car or the truck.
Or the boat.
Or the boat.
On the water.
Yeah, but we will label that. We might say, you know, on the road with OMG or out at sea with OMG. So things like that to give a little, you know, break. And then, of course, I will also separately have my solo content. I don't yet know what that's going to be titled, but it'll be, again, similar to everything that I had on TikTok. And I don't know if we'll keep it in portrait, if we're going to go this way. I don't know. I don't know what's going to happen.
Yeah, it's a lot to figure out. We're kind of like just feeling our way
We really
through
are. This is just, and they always say that when people start these type of things, that it takes about 6 months to a year to get comfortable, get the content really going good, and that then you look back and say, oh, that was crap. So I guess this is the crap? I don't know.
No, I don't think it's
I don't think so either. We don't want it to be crap.
It's innocence is what it is.
You were innocent. Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
All right. So we don't even know how long we're going to make these for, but right now we're going to end this introductory one, and we want to, again, you're making me dizzy. Again, hope you all have a great day with coffee and tea with OMG.